Yale University Art Gallery is the oldest university art museum in the United States. It is located about 140 miles from Boston or 80 miles from New York City. It was founded in 1832 when American portraitist John Trumbull sold 28 paintings and 60 miniature portraits to the university and housed them in the Trumbull Gallery. The gallery later moved to Street Hall in 1866, which opened as the Yale School of Fine Arts, the first collegiate art school in the United States. Street Hall was designed by Peter Barnett White in Neo-Gothic style and was named after his donor, Augustus Russell Street, class of 1812. The gallery then added a second building in 1826, designed by Egerton Swadout, who was Yale class of 1891. The second building connects to Street Hall through a bridge and was originally called Gallery of Fine Arts, but was later renamed Olde Yale Art Gallery. In 1953, the gallery added a third building, the first modernist-style building at Yale, designed by Louis Kahn. Today, the Yale University Art Gallery holds an exceptional collection of nearly 300,000 objects spread across 3 buildings along Chapel Street in New Haven, Connecticut. The museum is open to the public from Tuesdays through Sundays free of charge. In the museum map, the Louis Kahn building is the west section, the Olde Yale Art Gallery is central, and the Street Hall is the east. The ancient art is housed in the Grand Sculpture Hall in the Olde Yale Art Gallery building. Its collection includes vases, glass, sculptures, and mosaics from Greek and Roman civilizations, as well as paintings, papyri and parchments, coins, arms and armor, and daily use items like leather sandals, jewelry, and textiles. The empire before Alexander the Great was the first to use bimetallic monetary system. Silver coins were called sigloi and gold coins were called darics. The gallery's African art first opened in 1954 in the Louis Kahn building with the primitive and non-Western art and sculpture collection of Ralph Linton, a former Yale professor of anthropology. This sculpture was once owned by Dada artist Tristan Tzara and was exhibited at the Museum of Modern Art in New York in 1935. The African collection included wood carvings from West and Central Africa as well as textiles from North Africa. The gallery's collection of American decoratives is from the colonial and early federal periods, with silver from New England, New York, and Philadelphia, plus furniture collections from the 17th, 18th, and early 19th centuries. It also has a collection of pewter and other metals as well as glass, ceramics, textiles, and wallpaper. The design of the stairwell tells you where you are in the museum. The Louis Kahn section is triangular. The Olde Yale Art Gallery section is oval. And the Street Hall section is spiral. Yale University has been collecting American art for more than 250 years. In fact, its art gallery was started with the 88 paintings and portraits from the great American portraitist John Trumbull. This painting depicts the British Major John Small saving the dying American Major General Joseph Warren from being stabbed by a bayonet. This composition depicts the general wounded by a cannon blast and died in the arms of Matthias Ogden in a battle with the British in Canada. This famous painting depicts the event when the committee appointed to draw up the document submitted Jefferson's draft for the consideration of the Continental Congress. Trumbull included in the scene those who opposed the declaration and who were not actually there. Trumbull considered this portrait of Washington in Trenton as the best of those he painted. He served as Washington's second aide-de-camp during the Revolution. In this painting, Brigadier General Hugh Mercer was cut off from his beleaguered men and awaited the fatal blow from the British bayonet while Washington charged to rally the troops to victory. There is another one of Peale's original portraits of Washington hangs in the Princeton University Art Museum. The gallery has grown to include paintings of the American West in the 19th century. Richard did not only romanticize the grandeur of the Great Falls, but he accurately portrayed the human presence at this majestic site. Tocqueville once said, "The whole continent, in short, seemed prepared to be the abode of a great nation, yet unborn." This marble sculpture was based in part on the Hellenistic Venus de Medici and became a symbol for abolitionists and the most celebrated sculpture of the 19th century America. Undines were medieval lore of Mediterranean sea spirits who lived as a mortal without soul but can gain human form and soul by marrying a mortal knight. The frame for this composition was made by Dewin's friends, the architect Stanford White. The gallery's European collection consists of 2,000 objects of paintings, sculptures, and decorative arts from the 9th to the 19th centuries. It has one of the largest collections of 13th and 14th century Tuscan paintings in the world and 15th century Sienese masterworks. This cosmatesque inlay technique using mosaic triangles and squares of colored stones, glass, and gold was also used outside of Italy at the Westminster Abbey in London. Riemenschneider was a master carver who hollowed out the back of the sculpture to minimize splitting. This clockwork, when wound up, will roll the chariot forward, the leopard sleep, the birds come out, the monkey eats the apple, and Diana shoots her arrow. The gallery also has collections of 17th century Dutch landscapes and portraiture that highlights a select group of paintings and oil sketches, as well as 19th century pre-Raphaelite, Impressionist, and post-Impressionist masterpieces. Millet depicts a woman contemplating a suitor while holding a photograph with an open letter on the table. The title of this gladiator composition came from the greeting of criminals and captives to the emperor in an episode of Suetonius' Life of the Caesar. Early century paintings are complemented by paintings and oil sketches by old masters like Peter Paul Rubens and Anthony van Dyck. This is an oil sketch of Mary's bodily ascent to heaven. The finished picture is in the collection of the Prince of Liechtenstein. This painting is believed to be part of a larger composition as it was found in Courbet's studio 10 years after his death. The pose of the model in this composition was based on Francisco Goya's paintings Clothed Maha, which can be viewed at the Prado Museum in Madrid. This night cafe composition, painted during Van Gogh's 15-month stay in Arles, depicts the Café de la Gare, an all-night establishment in the city's Place Lamartine. This composition, painted in pointillist technique, depicts a public garden in Montmartre in Paris. This section of the gallery is on the bridge that connects the Olde Yale Art Gallery to Street Hall. The gallery's Asian art collection is made up of Chinese ceramics from the Changsha region of Hunan province and Chinese paintings from the Tang dynasty. This bodhisattva in wood with paint and gilding, known in Chinese as Guan Yin, is the embodiment of the virtue of compassion. The collection also includes South Asian textiles, ceramics, miniature paintings, and Indian sculptures. This Rishabhanata in chlorite is one of the 24 deities from the Jain religion, typically sky-clad, as refers to total detachment from the earthly world. The gallery's Japanese collection is from the Edo period and includes almost 1,200 ukiyo-e prints from the 18th and 19th centuries. The gallery's Indo-Pacific department was established in 2009 and is the newest collection covering ethnographic sculpture, Javanese gold from the prehistoric to late medieval periods, Indonesian textiles, and Western Indonesian puppets. The collection of puppets is the largest of its kind in the world and consists of more than 125 complete sets from Java, Bali, Madura, and Lombok. The gallery's modern and contemporary collection includes abstract paintings of the earlier 20th century Expressionism and Surrealism from artists like Picasso and Kandinsky. Hopper's paintings are known for their ambiguity that leaves the narratives open to many possibilities. Stella described Coney Island as the most intense arabesque, referring to his first impression of the lights, music, Ferris wheel, and roller coasters at the popular Brooklyn beachside neighborhood. The collection has many cross-border artists who were born in one country but active in another. Ghanaian-born Anasui, who is active in Nigeria, made this composition out of aluminum liquor bottle caps. Rothko was born in Russia but was active in the United States. Picasso was born in Spain but was active in France. His anatomically confused composition of his mistress Marie-Thérèse Walter was his first painting after spending a year writing poems. Brancusi was born in Romania but active in France, made this golden bird out of yellow marble and limestone. Matisse caused a scandal in 1905 with his wildly colorful work that critics called fauve, which led to the birth of Fauvism art. Kandinsky was born in Russia but was active in Germany. The Nusantara Special Exhibition presents one of Southeast Asia's most significant artistic accomplishments in woven textiles and explores the ancient inter-island links in the culturally diverse archipelago. It features a wide array of textiles from 14th to 20th century, from batiks of Java to the ikat of Sumba, and from ceremonial cloth and ritual weavings of clothing, shrouds, and architectural hangings. American Impressionism was characterized by freer, more intimate works that often focused on local landscapes and scenes of everyday life in the 19th century. Cassatt became well known as a printmaker in etching after being inspired by the Japanese woodcuts at an exhibition in Paris. This installation celebrates paintings, prints, and drawings from some of the great American Impressionists. Hassam's depiction of women in seductive positions evokes the archetypes found in the stories of Eve, Flora, Lilith, or Lorelei. Moran was said to have committed the view of Venice to his memory to paint this composition and revisited it again and again like a poem. This composition of the Basilica de Santa Maria della Salute was likely painted from a lower vantage point, maybe from a gondola. If you still have time, the Yale Center for British Art is right across the street from the gallery, and it is free and open to all. It opened in 1977 and holds the largest and most significant collection of British art outside the United Kingdom. Its collection includes over 2,000 paintings and 250 sculptures from the late medieval to the contemporary. We hope you enjoyed this video and found it helpful. If you did, please click on the like button below or subscribe to our channel. Until the next new video, you may watch our other videos on the Princeton University Art Museum and the Harvard Art Museums.